What's good, Blazer Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're gonna be looking at a video from, I forgot the channel name, but this is screen recordings. So it's gonna be three videos that's gonna be inserted in this video from that particular content creator. I forgot the name. I'll try to see if I can post it link down below. But imagine you blowing up your fucking marriage and celebrating your marriage, and then you get played. So this woman is literally on here crying because she blew up her marriage. Her husband tried to drag it out to see if she's going to come back, because women always somehow have a problem with staying in relationships, staying faithful in relationships. So apparently her Chad boyfriend, Chad Chaddington, whatever the fuck you want to call him, apparently got another woman knocked up. Now, in this series, in this video, you're going to see three particular videos of this woman going through three different stages. Before her divorce, during the divorce, and after the divorce. Check this out.
When I first told my ex-husband that I wanted a divorce, he was in shock. So when I finally came around to wanting to divorce my ex-husband, it was November of 2020. We were coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas and his birthday and my daughter's second birthday. And I just was like, I'm going to wait till all those things are done. Like, we get along for the most part. Like, I've totally checked out, but it's not like we're like not getting along or he's abusive or anything like that. And then, man, do I wish I remember what he was upset about. So he's upset one night about something super, super trivial. Like, oh, I didn't do his laundry. Oops. Oh, I didn't do his laundry, or there wasn't toilet paper, or just something like so minute. So he we sit down after the kids go to bed, and I'm like, okay, we went to the couples therapy, we learned how to communicate. It's like, hey, something's clearly bothering you, like, what's going on? So I'm sitting there quietly, letting him talk. And he's going on and on and on. I wish I remember what it was. About something just so trivial that he was upset about, and I just sat there silent. So he finishes talking. It's my turn, because that was one of the only things I used to do. That was my downfall, was I would interrupt during a conversation. So I was quiet. It was my turn to speak. And literally my response was, well, I guess it's time for us to separate. His response literally was, I didn't see that one coming. Like I mentioned, I had been planning on leaving him. So shortly before we separated, our daughter had outgrown her crib, and so I had already put the kids in one bedroom, and so we literally had an extra bedroom with a king-size bed that became his bedroom. I don't really remember our whole conversation, other than I just remember him begging me to not leave him. And I just was like, you know what, I need some time, I need some space, I need you to sleep in the other bedroom tonight. And I kid you not, I wake up the next morning to him bringing me breakfast in bed, coffee. He had the kids all taken care of, the house was all clean, and I literally only had one request from him every single week. Was there was a certain day of the week where it was in between his work days. All I wanted was for him to bring me a cup of coffee in the morning and deal with the kids, and trying to get his ass out of bed to give me a hand. He literally would sigh and then go and do it for me. And so for him to suddenly start bringing me breakfast in bed and coffee, I was like, absolutely not. And then again, suddenly he was doing all this stuff around the house, and I was like, this is not okay. So I don't even think this went on for more than 2 weeks before I just literally could not handle him trying to dote on me.
Now imagine you're the man in the relationship and you're the husband, and you're trying to save your marriage because you love this woman despite her being a bitch. You love this woman, but yet this woman is so determined that she is going to leave, that you try to do everything you can to try to please this woman. Now, I'm going to say this. He did everything he could to try to keep the woman from, leaving, to be happy and all this stuff. But she was determined that she was ready to go. And she didn't even respect the man. So my thing is this. As a man, how do you sit here and say that this is what you want in a relationship, in a marriage, but yet your wife is literally sitting on TikTok complaining about every little thing you do, literally and doing all this stuff. But yeah, you're supposed to want to save the relationship. You're supposed to want to marry her. You're supposed to want to pick her every moment in time that she's willing to destroy your lives and also try to make money off of her destroying your lives. Imagine that. Check out this next clip.
This is part 2 of me explaining how my ex-husband reacted when I told him I wanted a divorce. Like I was saying, there were about 2 weeks after we were separated, but we were still living in the same house, separate bedrooms, that he was doting on me hand and foot, trying to do all these things to like win me back. And I was like, bro, it is so late. Day late and a dollar short, sweetheart. And then after he moved out, it just kind of went downhill from there. He was definitely being heavily influenced by his parents, which is so ironic because his mom was a pastor at a church that we went to. And then I ended up serving him papers in January. That was how long it took for me to like get all the court papers, because originally I tried just using like a filing service where they just like filed your paperwork for you, and it's for people who like got along, could cooperate. But then after a couple of months of him like not turning in paperwork and just literally like refusing to cooperate with me, I had to finally get a lawyer. Come to find out, my light just went off. Come to find out, he actually drug the divorce out because he was thinking I was going to come back to him. Almost a year and a half after I first told him I wanted a divorce, we're still trying to get divorced, and he's literally just dragging it out. And so I send him a text message one day and I go, does your girlfriend know you have a wife? And then shortly after that message, his lawyer finally scheduled some sort of like a status conference, because he like didn't want to go to court because he's a police officer and didn't want like anyone that he knows from court to see him. So he kept like trying to dodge court, but also wouldn't work with me on the side. It was really, really frustrating. Just 2 years and 4 days to get divorced. We even had like a status conference, I think in June of 2022, where we like finally settled on like who was taking what and what the terms of the kids' arrangement was and all this stuff. And it sat at his lawyer's office for 3 months. Like even his lawyer was like dragging it out. Like, well, maybe she'll change her mind. I have no idea.
So this man was holding out hope. Now, he was holding out hope to and the lawyer was kind of hoping because they're a family. They have kids together. They have assets together. They have all this stuff. Now, that's a lawyer that's doing what's in best interest for his client, trying to basically make his client happy. Now, this ungrateful, entitled woman was so ready to get rid of her husband that she was literally wanting to give him up. Now, I want you to check this out in this next clip about how this boyfriend of hers treated her, and also how this boyfriend of hers got a whole nother chick pregnant a month before they started dating. Now, after this clip, we're gonna really have a conversation. Look at this.
Found out that my boyfriend of 2.5 years has a 2-year-old. Sorry. And no, he didn't cheat on me. He knocked up some woman like a month before we started dating. And he just found out, and I just found out. And from the information that I have, she was planning on like doing IVF. She didn't think she could have kids. She was going to do a sperm donor, that whole situation. And she's like freezing her eggs. And so I guess he thought she couldn't have kids. I don't know. They thought she couldn't have kids, so they didn't obviously use protection. I'm trying to not speculate and wonder if she like used him as her sperm donor. She's literally 10 years older than he is, and supposedly very successful and very powerful. And he's very smart, very handsome. So I guess she thought he would just sign his rights over. So she called him up and wanted him to do that. And he was like, no, he wants to be involved. So I'm like processing my world literally being turned upside down. Again. I'm like trying to be supportive, but also I'm just like, this is wild. Absolutely wild. Oh.
I think my biggest issue is that, like, I am gonna be a top shelf stepmom. And right now I would say he's like the dollar menu stepdad to my kids. He has like no relationship with them, and I haven't really pushed it. And yeah, so I don't know, becoming a dad is gonna make things better. I have no idea. I'm so devastated. I have no problem being with someone who has kids. I just wasn't expecting this. We've been like house shopping, and I just thought, I just didn't see this in my bingo card. So I will give an update or maybe answer questions. I don't know. When I post this, I don't even know if we'll still be together, and I hope it works out. I hope it works out. I'm really sad. I don't want to lose my best friend.
So you find out that your boyfriend has a 2-year-old child by a woman that he had relationships with before y'all got together, and he never told you because he didn't know. Now, first of all, I wouldn't be busting inside of a chick and I didn't know where the hell she was. That's the first thing. Second of all, you left your stable marriage because you were bored. Let's be honest. You left your relationship because you was bored. You wanted to try something new. And now it came back and bit you in the ass because you left your stable husband who held out hope for y'all to make it in a relationship. See, this is why you can't fucking please all women. You can't please women. Because you have women like that literally do their best to try to fuck you over. And then on top of that, you're mad because your husband tried to keep y'all's relationship, y'all's marriage together. And you left, got dicked down by Chad. Now you angry because that Chad has a whole 2-year-old and he hasn't built a relationship with your kids from your ex-husband, who you decided to damn file a divorce from. Imagine that. You reap what you sow. And this woman is angry because she got smashed. And now she got smashed by a dude that she liked and left something stable. And now she's crying because now she's got to pay for it. She's got to deal with it. Ma'am, you did it. You did it to yourself. You can't blame your husband because your husband tried to save y'all marriage. You can't blame him. You can't blame the guy that you got smashed by and was your boyfriend because that's what you decided to do, ma'am. You can't blame him. You did it to yourself. And on top of that, you may be on here crying because you regret your decision. It's called buyer's remorse. You regret what you did because now it ain't what it's cracked up to be. And now, what do you know? You got knocked down, and now you getting all the hell that you didn't damn bargain for. You bargained for it, ma'am. You did. You had something stable. Yes, marriages get boring. I understand that. But you had something stable. Yeah, he was a cop. Yeah, he had all this shit probably going on, PTSD and all this shit. Yes, he may have all this shit, all the damn problems in the world. But he was your husband. He was your husband. He was there. You did it to yourself. You can't complain about what you did to yourself, ma'am. That's your problem. You're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to damn deal with the consequences of your actions, ma'am. That's the reality of the situation. You did it. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, channel, support the podcast, Spotify.com. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for watching. Bye, guys.